All right, welcome to everyone. We have a new person to be interviewed today, and this is Johnnie Lyons, who's director at Governor's Bend in Tennessee, Erwin, Tennessee. So Johnnie, if you'd like to introduce yourself and tell us a little of your background.
My name is Johnnie Lyons. I'm the Executive Director of Governor's Bend Assisted Living here in Erwin. And I have been in healthcare for right at 40 years in assisted living, nursing homes, and retirement communities. Probably the number one thing I'd like to say, if and when you're looking for placement, whether it's for yourself or for a family member, don't call and make an appointment. Just walk in a facility and say, I'd love to look around, I'd like to see your facility. Would you give me some brochures, information, an activity calendar? And if they say, well, you need to call back and make an appointment, mark it off your list. All facilities should be very open and willing at any time somebody walks in to be able to give a tour.
Sheila, you have a call on Park 1. Sheila, Park 1.
Show that person around and give them information. That always makes me feel they're hiding something if you have to wait and they tell you to come back in a week and a certain time on a certain day. Knowing that it is a licensed facility in the state, that's very important. Knowing that the folks that are there are licensed, that's very important. In my opinion, in assisted living, many of them do not have full-time nurses, and that's always a red flag. They can say, we have 24-hour nursing, but nursing may mean that this person is on call at night. In our building, we have nurses here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if and when a person has to go out to the hospital or leave our facility, that is, the nurse is the one that makes that decision. Do they need to go, what's going on? They can get in touch with the doctor. And so always look for 24-hour nursing. Look for a great activity department. Pick up the calendar and see all the things that's going on. Trips they're taking, activities they have outside the building as well as inside the building. Make sure it's a building that has things like fine dining, which we have here. It's usually a theme night when all of our families are invited to come. Our residents can invite special guests, whether it is family or a close friend, to come and eat with them, and come and be a part of that. Ask them if they have that type of thing, and if you could come by that night. It's always good then to meet other families and say, hey, tell me, does your mom like living here? Is this a good place? Does she enjoy the activities? Does she enjoy the food? Do they have good nursing care? So those are some tips that I would give to anyone looking for a great facility somewhere either for yourself or to place a family member in. Long-term care insurance, I always say, if you have life insurance and you say, I can't afford long-term, get rid of the life insurance, get you some long-term. Long-term is to take care of you. Life insurance is to take care of somebody else after you've passed away. And in most cases, it's your children, and by the time, they receive that, in most cases, they don't need it. So look at some good long-term care insurance that helps pay for your assisted living. A lot of the long-term care insurances pay for some home care, like if you fall and break a shoulder and you need a nurse or you need someone to come in for 2 or 3 weeks, it'll pay for that. It pays for assisted living, and then it will pay for nursing home. There are some that's just assisted living only, but most do pay anymore all three: home care, assisted living, and nursing home care. Find a facility that your family member or you can stay at to the very end that has hospice available, and they can give you some info, even have a hospice group come in and talk with you about, if your family member's there and they do need the hospice, it is available and they can take care of you with hospice in that building. VA benefits. A lot of folks have no clue about VA benefits. And VA benefits is a federal thing, so it's in every state. VA benefits pay not only for the veteran about about $1,700, around $1,700 to $1,800 a month, but it pays for the widower or spouse of a veteran, and it pays about a little over $1,100 a month for the widower, or spouse of a veteran. So always remember that, keep that in mind, and go to your local VA or go online and look at the information that you have there. Look at the building. Make sure it feels homey. If the administrator's too busy to talk to you, there's a problem. Have a meal. Say, I'd love to come and tour and have lunch. And have a meal with them. And most facilities love having guests come in and have a meal, because that's a good way of trying out the food and seeing how the residents like the food, and be in the dining room with the other residents.
Wow, these are great points for us to understand and know better when we make a step in this direction. Can you tell us what might be the most difficult adjustments someone makes as they come in, if there are difficult adjustments?
There's always difficult adjustments. We opened this as a brand new building, my facility, about 2 years ago. I had 30 people on our wait list the day we opened. And those folks they couldn't wait to get here. Not everyone feels that way, but I had been in the community for about a year and a half and become friends with these people. They couldn't wait for the building to open, they wanted to come. But you have those folks that don't want to leave home, they're not going to leave their house, they don't want to leave their things. It's important to have the doctor very involved in this. Most seniors feel that doctor is next to God. And if the doctor says, Miss Jones, this is really what I need for you to do, you need to go there. Relieve their mind by saying, Mom, go there and try it. Stay 4 or 5 months. See how you like it. We're not going to sell your house, unless it's just a have-to case. And, if you don't like it, usually in 4 or 5 months, most folks adjust to the point they really enjoy it. It's nice to have somebody to clean your apartment, prepare your meals, a nurse to bring order, control, and give you your medicines, that you don't have to deal with that anymore. A bus pulls up out front, you can get on it and go for a day trip somewhere, or go hear a concert, or go on a picnic to the lake. And these are the things that we do here in our building. And but to let them know everything's not going to be just automatically jerked out from under them. Bring the things from home that's important. I always use this for an example. If there's a picture that's hung over your mom's couch for the last 40 years, you bring that picture and hang it over her couch, because that's what makes it home. You bring her things from home that are important to her. The children's pictures, her and her husband's pictures. Like I say, she's all, she crochets and she's made beautiful afghans. If there's afghans in her room, so when people come to visit, she can show those off, because those are special things that she's done. And don't abandon her. Say, Mom, we're going to be down for lunch on Thursday, and give her something to look forward to. Or we're going to pick you up on Sunday, and we're going to take you out to lunch on Sunday. And then we're going to go for a ride and see the fall leaves and get an ice cream. Continue with life. Make sure the facility that your family member moves into is very, very open, that your family member can come and go. We've had folks this summer gone on cruises, gone to Pigeon Forge for a week, gone to the beach with family. So families that have come here and been with their family member and took them out a lot during the week they were here. So there's always, it's always important that they can continue with life. I have residents here that still drive. Some that still go out to their own beauty shop, they go out to their own church on Sunday, even though we have church service here every Sunday. But it's important that they can go out and continue to be a part of the community. We have many ladies, especially living here, that belong to clubs here in the area, and they still go out to their clubs. Then the reverse of that is, the month that they've always been the host for that club or that organization, we encourage them to let the folks come here. We do all the refreshments or a luncheon if they want a luncheon, and then they continue being a part of their club, and the club comes here. And of course, you've got two folds there. That's great advertisement when you get folks coming in, seeing the building, eating the food, and seeing how happy their club member is living here.
That's great. And I want to say that my mom resides here at Governor's Bend, and we just had a wonderful 90th birthday party for her, and we had close to 40 people here in their activity room. We had a lovely time. We were so supported, and we really appreciate the love and consideration that's been given to her through her stay here. So Johnnie, thank you. And we also want to say congratulations to you as you are about to retire and head on to many other projects. But I have certainly appreciated what you have given to my mom and our family. And I want to thank you so much for that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.